back again for the final. This is the final KooWheel review because I'm doing the overview. I'm doing the total score. I'm doing the final review. Those of you who watch my channel and see my reviews, I do A, B, and C on each skateboard. A being the distance, B being hill climbs, and C being speed. And then I rate each one, and I divide them by, multiply them by, add them up, divide by 3. I'll get it right. That gives me a final score. So that's what we'll do today. We're just going to wrap up quickly. I'm not going to talk about each one. I'm going to justify also why I gave it certain ratings and a little bit of background behind the scenes of what I did, okay? So first of all, in reviewing this KooWheel, I'm not in any way affiliated. It's not a paid ad, nothing to do with it. I bought this with my own money. I can't stress that enough. I say it every review because people are saying, oh, you're a salesman. Look, I'm not. I'm reviewing these things in order of the lowest budget skateboards as they go up. I'll eventually get the booster boards and the Evolve, but for now, this is what I'm doing, and this is the first serious review. Okay. For those of you entering the e-skateboard arena and want to know a bit about what to do, I'll just let you know now there's 3 aspects you've got to make sure you understand and look for in buying an electric skateboard for your needs. The first one is distance. Distance is so important. Without distance, it's hopeless. You're carrying a piece of wood around, an expensive piece of wood, and a 9-kilo piece of wood. Yeah, you can ride these things. These things actually do push, these hub wheels, they're pretty good. But the point is that you want to be able to get to your destination and back. So the first part A I did was going to be purely on distance, and it was, if those of you watched that review, if you haven't, go back and watch it. I went around Sydney Harbour. It was a beautiful backdrop, lovely views, botanical gardens, and it was a spectacular. It was a bit amateurish. Okay, but the point is I was just showing the distance. 37 kilometers on one battery, and I got back to Manly and I still had 2 bars. So I gave it an incredible, I gave it a 9. So let's have a look at what I gave it. Ta-da! 9 out of 10 for distance. The reason I marked it down a little bit is because when I got back to Manly, I just felt it had a little bit of guts taken out of it. It didn't have the power of the grunt. It didn't take the hills as well. So the battery management, this, although being really good, I found it was actually, it limited the power a bit. So I instead of giving a 9.2 or 3 or 4, these are all 9s. This skateboard is up in the 9s, there's no doubt about that. But I just gave it a 9.0 because I felt it just lacked a bit of power at the end. And that's all. But, at the end of the day, you don't want to have to, worry about distance on this. This just will get its full range pretty well. Number 2, the second thing you look for a skateboard, the second thing is, which is again underrated and really should play a very big part in determining electric skateboards' quality, and that is the hill climbs. Now they talk about 20% gradient, 25% gradient, 30% gradient, whatever. This does a 25% gradient. I tested my second B, which is the hill climb test on my vlogs. Not only did I do the hill climb, but I gave you a bonus. I like doing bonus in all my little vlogs, and the bonus was a little temperature gauge on the wheels, and I think after doing the hill climb, it was 32 degrees Celsius, 34, 28 degrees Celsius, so it was really, quite cool on there. It wasn't hot, it wasn't even warm, so that was a really good review. So on the hill climbs, which is that hill, we got 9.2. 9.2 on the B review, which is the hill climbs. And that was really impressive. You don't again want to have to try and carry these things up hills. I don't recommend a lot of hill climbs with these things because you do limit and reduce the life of the power and the battery, and more importantly the motors. They do get worn more with a lot of hill climbs. So I try and climb less hills, but at the end of the day, this did do a really good job, and I gave it a 9.2 hill climb B. And the final one, C. Look, C is speed, and we know how important it is. It's a bragging thing, it's a Freud thing, whatever, psychology. At the end of the day, who cares how fast it goes? It goes fast. They all go over at least 20 kilometers an hour. I'm going to use kilometers an hour rather than miles because my friends in America, apologize, you can calculate it, work it out, but at the end of the day, I'm going to work on Ks, okay? Now, this is something that's really heavily weighted, heavily important, aspect and played too much importance in deciding an electric skateboard. Who cares how fast they go? You know what? They go fast. They fast. I've been riding skateboards for, let's see, 12 years of age. I'm 55. I've been riding skateboards for nearly 40 years. I probably never went over 30 kilometers an hour on a skateboard ever, unless I was going down a hill, and I'm not going to go down a hill without a brake, so it's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Now, even pushing my skateboard, my big longboard, I probably could get around about 30 k's, but now I know it's going to just slow down with gravity. But generally, 30 kilometers an hour is pretty fast, and these things do that. Now, this was clocked on my final Part C speed test. It was clocked at 34 kilometers an hour. The app was a bit out, so you have to trust me. I checked it, that app is definitely out. Add 4Ks to it, there's no question about that. We're getting 34, 35 kilometers an hour with the KooWheel. My review, 9.5, yay, on the speed. And not only did I do a bonus on the temperature gauge on the hill climb, I did another bonus with this where I gave it a sprint test as well, similar to what the guys at Inertia have done with their sprint test over 30 meters, and got 4.05 seconds at the same distance. That's astounding for a hub motor like that. And so the speed test was basically very impressive. It's fast, there's no doubt about it. But you know what? Don't worry about speed. At the end of the day, most of the fun you'll have on electric skateboard is going between about 10 k's an hour and about 22 kilometers an hour. That's what you want to do. It's a fun speed. You know, when you get over 33, 34, 35 kilometers an hour, it gets a bit sketchy. It gets a bit, you know, fight or flight. It's sort of like scary. It's kind of, you're watching cars pulling out, you're watching, you know, stone chips, all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, it's not as fun. So, you know, I think again, you just need to remember, as long as you've got some grunt and speed there, which has certainly got, that's what really matters about speeds. It's not that important. So, with A, B, and C added together, divided by 3, we came up with a final score, and I won't put you out of your misery anymore. The final score for the KooWheel is total score, final rating 9.2. 9.2. I've just bumped the camera. 9.2. I was expecting this from a booster board. I was expecting this from a Evolve. I was expecting this from a Starry board, an Action, Quattro, 4-wheel drive, whatever. Not from a KooWheel. Not from a KooWheel. Okay, so I was really impressed. This exceeded all expectations. I bought this as an entry-level fun and to review, because I'm starting off the bottom and going up and to the levels. I'll get to the booster boards and the Evolves and the Epics, and I'll be going to the, you know, Inertia. At the end of the day, there's 2 words that come to mind when you feel this. It's responsive and it's refinement. That's the 2 words I feel when writing this. This is just beautiful. Okay, so in summing up, I'd just like to say, the guys out there that are writing, you know, they're talking about toys and China and whatever. This is not. This is a very, very refined, highly qualified, you know, entry level into the arena of electric skateboards, and I can thoroughly recommend it. So guys out there writing Epics and writing, you know, Evolves and booster boards and Mellows and all these big names, 2,000 euros for a Mellow. I mean, look, and 2,000 for a boosted board or a, you know, a Bamboo GT Evolve. Look, you buy a car for that. I can tell you now you can buy 3 of these for that price, 3. And I challenge any of you guys, obviously you got money because you're buying these things, so why don't just throw $500 into this, buy as a backup board. Here's a challenge for you, just get it for a bit of fun. I guarantee you after 2 months of riding it, you won't hardly pick up the old belt wind whirring monsters you got at home. This is just beautiful and smooth. So guys, thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for watching the whole ABC KooWheel review with the final sum up now. And stay tuned to the channel if you like it. Do a thumbs up if you don't. Down. Subscribe if you want. I'm currently doing the Onan system, the new booster board from. It's even more budgety than this, and it's halfway through my first review distance test. I'm gonna go somewhere nice for a long ride, so I'll pick something a little bit different, but that's going to be coming out. It'll be A, B and C again, and the final review. That's the Onan boosted. It's two 1,100 watt motors. It's on my board now. You've seen the unpack and the assembly. They're on my YouTube channel now of that particular product. Stay tuned. Thanks guys so much for watching. It was great to chat to you again. Love your work. Happy skating, safe skating, and stay tuned for the next chat. I look forward to talking to you then. 9.2. 9.2. Can't believe that. See you guys. Have a lovely week.
There's a car coming.
Now I'm using regenerative braking here, so the braking